Here's what it's all about. This excitable little guy with a toupee and a Charlie Chaplin mustache convinced the German people they ought to stick their arms out, kill the Jews, and conquer the world, helped by this fat Italian clown who kept shaving his head. Well, naturally, everybody else teamed up against these two weirdos, except for the Japanese, who surprised the Americans, who later paid them back with a couple of big ones. Worse than that were the Germans, who lost their second world war in a row. Then the winners divided everything up. One side red, the other side anti-red, with a wall between them. And get this, each side started making bombs to throw at each other. Things got kind of tense, especially between this bearded guy on an island who must think he looks great in green, and this playboy who got shot in the head and was supposed to be making out with a famous blonde who committed suicide. Well, things calmed down, except for the usual mess. Palestine, Vietnam, Africa. When finally the Japanese and the Germans, the ones who lost the war, decided to buy the world back. Then the Russians found out they couldn't pay for their bombs and went broke. So they tore down the wall, had a big party, and ended communism. Except for the Chinese, who kept cranking out communists like a factory. Now, the guy running the world today smoked marijuana but didn't inhale, and would love to knock off the guy with the big mustache where everybody wears mustaches. But his big problem is with these dogs who keep nibbling on his Oval Office. Well, basically, that's it.
Folha de São Paulo, the newspaper that tries to explain this world to Brazil.